Pueblo fuerte despertar, oye bien, esto tiene que acabar. La corrupción se va a derrumbar, nuestra tierra no puede esperar. Mujeres, hombres en la calle, sin temor, con fuerza, dale. Juntos somos un gran detalle, juntos cambiamos este valle. Levántate, Puerto Rico, el cambio está en el aire. Ya no más políticos, hay que hacer un gran alarde. Gritos se oyen en San Juan, desde el norte hasta Ponce, con el corazón en la mano, no más corrupción responde. Bailaremos en las plazas, una nueva esperanza, el orgullo nos abraza, por fin la justicia avanza. Levántate, Puerto Rico, el cambio está en el aire. Ya no más políticos, hay que hacer un gran alarde. Y hacer un gran alarde. Oh, vela. Gritos se oyen en San Juan, desde el norte hasta Ponce, con el corazón en la mano, no más corrupción responde. Bailaremos en las plazas, una nueva esperanza, el orgullo nos abraza, por fin la justicia avanza. Levántate, Puerto Rico.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whenever you hear this. This is a Patreon exclusive for everyone that's on the Patreon, the $10 tier. $5 gets you Coquito Cabaret movie reviews, but that'll be coming in December once my girlfriend comes back. Welcome to Coquito Underground, where we talk about things that are happening on the island specifically. Sometimes you do interviews and everything else. I think at 9 o'clock tonight, I'll do an interview on my main channel. So let's have fun with that. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I want to give a shout out to my 3 main subscribers. I have 6, but my 3 main ones that have my back, John Bones, Jamie Dingman, Chepo, and the other 3. Thank you. And remember, once every 2 weeks or once every 3 weeks, you'll get a free video on my Patreon talking about random stuff of crime. And I do mean random. So enjoy. Now, we're going to talk about 5 video clips that the mayor of Luquillo has made. And we're going to refute his claims on every single video and talk about the reality of what's happening in the town of Luquillo. Right now, it's November 1st at the time of this recording. And because of that, we have to decide if we're going to vote for this mayor for 4 more years and expect nothing to happen or something new. But the thing is, there's nothing new in this town. So let's go off with the first one. Now, mind you, the mayor of Luquillo, the new one, the recent one, has been in office for 12 years, since 2012. Lost to Nelo due to people getting mad at Nelo because of his corruption ways. Anyone that's grown up here that's more than 40 years old remembers Nelo's contributions. Mind you, he used an old trash dump to put houses. He sold land to put houses. And this mayor is getting flack because his legacy is based on selling land to make things not for us. So let's go off the first video right now. Let me see if I can find it here. I have a lot of videos here. Let's go off the first video and see what has he done for Luquillo.
En Luquillo, nuestros deportistas representan el espíritu de esfuerzo y superación. Juntos, con el apoyo de sus dirigentes, padres o tutores, fortalecemos el futuro de nuestro pueblo. Mi compromiso es seguir impulsando el deporte, brindando el respaldo necesario para que cada joven tenga oportunidades. Luquillo, la capital del sol, avanza más fuerte y unido que nunca.
Let's talk about the sports of Luquillo. Now, you saw people were playing baseball. There is a pickleball league. That was mostly because the pickleball league was people from here, not really locals, but people that grow from the States here said, you know what, let's bring this set like light tennis so people can have fun. They propositioned it for the mayor. The mayor made sure that his face was first before the pickleball league. Now, I've been there. It's just, and the thing is, he didn't invent that pickleball league. He just took the tennis courts that were there anyway before that he was even in office, repainted them, changed it. That's all he did. So let's talk about baseball. We have no baseball team here in Luquillo. We haven't had a baseball team here in more than 12 years. Every town has a baseball team, right? And before the mayor came in, we made this giant building, which I'll show you later in the videos, where it was supposed to be used as a baseball hub for anyone coming around the island. They come over here. It's big enough that can seat more than 100 people, way more than 100 actually, and do it. But over the 12 years that this building that was made, honor of a person as well, of a name of a person, it was named one thing, but then changed something else at the end of it, is now, after 12 years being remodeled. It was used for the first 3 that it was made. Used it. There's also a baseball league here in school. I want to be a baseball league here in Puerto Rico, and specifically in my town, only because there are people that if you want to train to be a baseball player, you will go to baseball school here. You will wake up, you will go to that part, you go to that building, you will train there, and then you will still go to school. But that has no association to the mayor at all. That has been here before the mayor's candidateship. So I want to put that out there. He's fixing the building now after it's been decrepit and abandoned for years. I've been inside there. Things have been stolen. The things have been destroyed, bugs and everything else, right next to the school that he let close and did not fight for that school, and is trying to make that school that is still there in structure, strong as hell, after hurricane, after earthquake. He wants to turn that into a more of like a hostile type of environment, not for us, not for the locals of this town to help people with land and help people get some places to live, because the rent in the town is exceedingly crazy because of Airbnbs that he does not control at all. He lets it go by itself. The fact that this person thinks that, oh, I did a baseball thing. By the way, if you pass by today in Luquillo, it's super rainy, it's flooded all over town. And next to the kioscos, there's a baseball court. Right next to the baseball court, there's a basketball court. It's literally flooded right now at the time of this recording. Flooded. He wants to make a tennis court over there. As you saw at the end of the picture, there's a pickleball league. Imagine that, but 4 tennis courts on that land. He wants to take away that baseball field because for reasons, and then make a tennis court there and a volleyball court. Problem with that is not us. It's not meant for us locals. It's not. It's meant for the hotel across the street, so that the people across the street, instead of actually looking around Luquillo and seeing things, they just go from the hotel to the the tennis court and back, and to the kiosk. That is what's the truth about this. When I become mayor, I'm actually going to bring back basketball, soccer, baseball. Any teams that want to promote, bring them over here. We will promote you, because if you're doing it respectfully and honestly, we want to do that. I don't want my name on it. I want the town's name on it, not my name. I'm not this mayor who puts his name in everything. Until recently, because he's had so much flack because of it, he doesn't put his name out there anymore. He puts the town, then the name. Weirdly enough, months before the election, not years, months. Let's continue on. The next video of things that he did. Again, I'm bringing up a few, and you want to contest me, tell me I'm wrong, leave your comments down below, tell me I'm wrong, and I will prove to you with history, witnesses, and video that I'm right. And not because I'm trying to be right, I'm just trying to do a data-filled episode so that you can choose, do you want to vote for this mayor or not? Now, second video. Let's see what he's talking about this time.
La transformación que vive Luquillo nos permite darte más servicios. Estudiantes, comerciantes, deportistas, líderes religiosos y culturales se unen para que juntos construyamos un futuro más brillante. Mi compromiso sigue firme, trabajar por el bienestar de todos. Juntos seguimos construyendo un futuro cada vez más brillante. La capital del sol sigue transformándose con cada paso que damos. Este 5 de noviembre, dame tu voto.
Let's talk about that, the transformation and the culture here. And you notice that in this video, they only show 2 old people that shake his hand. The person that owns the Festival del Coco, the Coconut Festival, and the other woman that lives next to him. I say again, the only two people in that video, which I'll show another video and I'll have to translate for you guys. The person that owns the Festival del Coco, that's been going on for 12 years, and the lady that lives next to him is why he says, like, I'll protect you. I'll put that out there. There has been no transformation. I love that they showed the basketball court next to my mom's house, a la mal, across the street, Brisas. That basketball court has been abandoned for years, yet has been used for years for basketball. In the sense of, like, if someone, like, again, there is no official baseball league here, but there are children basketball leagues here in Luquillo. Young, 5 to 10, 10 to 12, 12 to 15, and beyond. They, like all mothers do, they get in their cars and they drive 1, 2, 3 hours to the other part of the island so that your kid can play for 3 or 4 hours and then come back. Same thing applies to here. We don't have an official place to play basketball, so we use that rundown with a hole in the wall basketball court, which was used back in the day as a boxing court too. But that was the boxing court that turned into something else. The reason I bring this up is that he's wasting $2 million into that structure. Now, you're thinking, oh, you're telling me it's all busted up, so $2 million will make it better. You're right. Not $2 million, though. $2 million is not the exact amount to fix that structure, which they're not taking anything down. They're not destroying anything. They're not adding on anything. They're taking that $2 million to paint it and put 1 to 2 windows in the holes that were there since Maria. I'll say again, there has been holes in that damn basketball court since Hurricane Maria. And now in this year, he wants to fix it for $2 million. Even my own basketball court, where my mom was born, $2 million as well to fix that basketball court. Notice now, if you drive around Luquillo and all these projects, there's no number in the bottom of how much it is, because they realize that people can do the audit and see how much you really have to spend. So I'll put that out there. There's a lot of projects that he's asking FEMA to pay for all these projects, by the way. Oh, we need these projects for post-Hurricane Maria. Hurricane Maria was 7 years ago. 7 years it took you to fix something? By the way, still no trolley for the last 12 years. We're going to continue on to the next one. Let's see what he talks about the work.
En Luquillo seguimos avanzando en servicio. Trabajamos cada día para que los servicios esenciales lleguen a cada hogar, porque un buen servicio es el corazón de una comunidad fuerte. Desde la recolección de basura hasta la atención médica, cada acción busca mejorar la calidad de vida. Con esfuerzo y dedicación, seguimos construyendo un Luquillo más seguro, saludable y unido. Luquillo, la capital del sol, sigue transformándose para ti. Este 5 de noviembre, dame tu voto.
If you guys noticed that garbage truck, that was a CGI picture of, there is no recyclable Luquillo garbage truck here. There's a pickup truck with fences on the side that 4 people drive every day and pick up the bags of plastic. That's the reality. You also saw a vehicle that is supposedly used to pick up people back and forth. That's his version of the trolley. We haven't had a trolley here in more than 12 years. Mind you, every other town, almost every other town, a good percentage of every other town has a trolley. The reason and the purpose for a trolley is that people of other ages or any other person that don't have any transportation can go from one part of the town to the next. And if there's a schedule, you know that, okay, at this time, up until 2 o'clock, I can go and do my medical appointments. I can go to the store. I can do all these things. The trolley's going to keep, right? So he takes that car, the black one that you saw. He takes that car that was originally positioned for the old people. That was the old person car. He bought another one and then put that away just for guys to drive around and shoot the shit. Now he's taking that car and using it for transportation. Mind you, not transportation to the forest, not transportation up the mountains, not transportation to Brisas, not transportation to Lomas, not transportation to Brisas and Mal, not transportation to Fortuna, not transportation to Lomas, but transportation from the town to the hotel and back. I say again, that black car is used for the transportation of tourists from the hotel, the kiosk, and back. And basically, just to the hotel, pop, come back. You saw the kiosk of Luquillo, that big sign that says that. That's not a sign there. He put that there for Pacific Day. He gave out a whole bunch of cups of soup for everybody, and I took pictures. It's on my channel on Ricky Reactions. Check it out. The kiosks are getting picked up by a lot of different business owners, but it's not being remodeled. Supposedly, he's going to remodel all that to make it more efficient and more streamlined. Mind you, in order to remodel that, you have to destroy the whole fucking structure and do it all over again, because the plans that he's trying to do are not the same that what it is now. This will be the third time that the kiosk will be changed to something else. In the beginning, if you look at the history, the kiosks were just huts, just straw huts coming in. Then come to the 70s and 80s, they made it into the cement. All equal, 60 equal buildings of size and the measurement to do these things. Some fell, some got bankrupt, some were burned down, some were closed with shootings, some were remodeled and then shot shootings again, yada, yada, yada. But the problem with that is that in the back, you can rob a car, you can in the kiosk and the hotel, there is no police. And if there is, there's only police at the kiosk, because the majority of the time that people are there, they park their cars. There is no parking in the kiosk, by the way. You have to go one big ass loop, all the cars in the back, there's no big space for that. So you park your car in the private beach, in Balneario. In the last year, there has been 4 to 5 catalytic stealings of cars, and 3 cars that were just jacked at carjack, right at gunpoint. Give me the car, gone. The mayor don't talk about that, right? Now let's talk about the murders. There have been in this town more than 6 murders in the last 4 years. I say again, 6 murders in the last 4 years. Polloyo, Maca, the guy that was stuck in his car dead in Casablanca, the Pitaya person, a couple of the supposedly the person that was drowned in the water, but his hands were all sticks. And I'm not even going to get to the point of the water. We'll get to the beaches and the drownings. The constant drownings has been happening year after year after year, and now the mayor puts a sign that says "Watch out." Now, let's continue on. Let's see what the children think of Jerry.
En Luquillo seguimos adelante con transformación y servicio, siempre de la mano con nuestros jóvenes estudiantes. Ellos son el presente y futuro. Juntos con su esfuerzo y nuestra dedicación, estamos construyendo una comunidad más fuerte. Mi compromiso es seguir apoyándolos para que triunfe. Luquillo, la capital del sol, avanza contigo y para ti. Este 5 de noviembre, dame tu voto.
Desde el inicio de su tiempo en la alcaldía, el honorable Jesús Jerry Márquez ha sido un pilar en mi desarrollo como joven cantante. Él y su esposa Ana Mari me han recibido con brazos abiertos, apoyándome e invitándome en todos los festivales del pueblo de Luquillo, convirtiéndome oficialmente en la cantante del himno de Luquillo.
Now, on my channel, I've talked about including children's activities and trying to bring the future of teenagers to this town. You know, trying to bring a boys and girls club here, a trade school for any teenager that actually wants to learn something other than hair and mechanics. And I've always said that. Over the years, the mayor, in his infinite wisdom, has been, and I get this right now, effing up the children. Now, let's go back 12 years. Every 5th of January of every town here in Puerto Rico, we have the Three Kings Festival, where the day before Three Kings, you go to the plaza of your town and you get a raffle, and then you get a toy for your kid, depending on the age, right? Now, we were doing that for years. Now, everyone knows every town is dependent on, like, sometimes they skim off things, sometimes they cheap you on things. The mayor, when he started doing it in the first 3 or 4 years of his presidency, of his mayorship, was, oh, you know, here's some toys, here's a bike, here's this. And then every year it declined more and more and more. The last 3 years, he has found ways to cut the cost. Last year, there was no Three Kings Festival in the town because he went from, he thought, oh, it's more efficient to go to school and get in there and give the kids the toys at the school. Problem with that is that you didn't want to take the time, the money, and the effort to get money for the popcorn, for the toys, for the balloon houses. You didn't want to do that. So it's just cheaper to get in your car, go into the school where you're not paying for electricity and water anyway, dump the toys, make a picture, and leave. Now, that's one instance. Let's talk about his hard-on for the media. Now, there have been graduations for kids here of the high school and mostly high school. And there's one particular video where he's in the center with a Bad Bunny blow-up head doll and a person wearing a blow-up head, and he's going around with the 360 camera and everything else, and that's money wasted for him. He also hired Atención, which is like our version of like the baddest ass kids group here. Now, Atención is kind of pricey. So you get it by the hour at the most. You get 1 hour, 2 hours. There's a lot of money to pay for it, but if you pay for it, they go all out. The day that I saw Atención, my son was about 7 or 8 years old. And I had him over my neck. It was raining that day. It was raining. That was the same day Cultura Profética was supposed to be on that thing too. Atención, after people were in the rain with their kids, covered, freezing, hovered, they played for only 15 minutes. Come to find out later that they had an option to pay for an hour, but the mayor said, I'd rather do the minimum, which is 15 to 30 minutes. They took offense to that and said, you know what? We're just only going to do 15 minutes, 30 minutes. That's not our fault. We're Atención. We're untouchable by kids at the time. And they left. Now, there's been some sort of festivals here. There's been coconut festivals, turtle festivals, and that's mostly for turtles, saving them. Coconut festivals, honoring the artisanal things of America, and not America, Puerto Rico. But the mayor will sell out a street in Luquillo to get a festival. And you thinking, oh, that you got to make some sacrifices. Here's the thing. There's a person named Kelly. If you look up Kelly's school here in Puerto Rico, it's a private school. It started here in Luquillo, and then it blew up into 3 other schools. So they went on there and someplace else. Anyone that lives in Luquillo knows that there are local kids that grew up here, and then there's Kelly kids. Kelly kids are kids that grow up differently, have a different outlook on life, different perspective. They don't really think of us as better than them, but they think they think that we're worse because we didn't get that stuff like that. Kelly had the Patrons Festival. Patron Festival was the thing that would happen for 8 days. Every fucking day, there was a festival here in town. The mayor, the old Mayor Nello, used to do that. Not 8 days, but actually he did that for 8 days, and then it got bad with the gang wars between El Diego and El Semi. So because of that, and I found out later that Kelly felt really scared because every time he wanted to do a festival, the gang wars at the time between the 90s and 2000s was really bad. So they stopped. Last year, Kelly and the mayor made a deal. You give me the road where my first school is. The original school that I made is at. And you call it Kelly. And I'll give you the Patron Festival. Because Kelly's like 90 years old now. Around 90. She's old. All she wanted was her name. Mind you, she has 3 schools. Why do you want your name? Because you just want to be acknowledged because you know for a fact, Kelly, and I have nothing against you, no one considers you a fucking school unless you're rich. I wasn't rich, and I grew up here. I grew up knowing that Kelly's school is just a thing that you see on side that you will never see inside unless you have money. Unless you have money. And it's always been like that. And the mayor reiterated that by selling her a fucking street. Last thing. Let's hear about the old people talking about life.
Estamos aquí dándole gracias al Señor por el privilegio que nos dio de tener un alcalde como Jerry. Yo soy participante del centro de envejecientes, donde nuestro alcalde nos ayuda tanto. Él siempre está ahí pendiente de nosotros. Y cuando el huracán María nos ayudó un montón, siempre nos mandaba toldos, porque la casa se filtraba.
Yo hace 17 años que estoy celebrando este festival y el único alcalde que me ha ayudado ha sido Jerry. Le doy a mí 1000 gracias a nuestro honorable alcalde Jerry, que ha sido el único que me ha dado cooperación para este festival.
El centro para envejecientes funciona bien bajo su mandato, ¿verdad? Pues así mismo funcionan las demás cosas en Luquillo. Estoy recibiendo unos beneficios, unos servicios de mi municipio que me vienen muy bien porque la condición de salud me incapacita para ciertas cosas como cocinar en mi casa. Tienen una hora exacta de entregarme el almuerzo, que yo puedo planificar en base de esa hora.
Nosotros los viejitos que vamos allí nos sentimos bien orgullosos de tener un alcalde como Jerry.
Now, let's talk about the old people here. And then she was saying all of them. The second person that you saw was the person that owns the Coconut Festival, that he says that in 17 years, the only one that actually cared about his festival was Jerry. Mind you, it's been going on for 17 years, but it's been officially 12 because the mayor. Now, when I become mayor, I'm not going to tell them to say, oh, thank the mayor. No, dude, the festival will go on forever. As long as that will be a written law in the mandate of town when I become there. That will be written. I will write that in law saying that every year the Turtle and the Coconut Festival will always be paramount every year. Will always happen no matter what. No money or money. There will always be a Turtle and Coconut Festival. So I will give Jerry that. You're giving us the festival that people enjoy things. All the prices are super pricey. You're using the same patrons. You're not really trying anything new. More people that want to try new are getting pushed away by your greediness of your administration. We all know that, because if you want to go down that route, the reason that every first Saturday of the month we're supposed to have a farmer's market, right? All these artisans would come one place together and start doing that. And when it started, and the mayor had a great idea because of that, but at the same time, every town was doing that, so he jumped on the bandwagon. That wasn't his idea. Every town did that. Every town does that. So when he started doing that, all these artisans came out of nowhere. People were very excited to go to the first week of every month because you knew that you're going to see some cool stuff and get some food. Mind you, the mayor doesn't like to waste money and to get sodas and stuff like that. So that giant beginning of the farmers market is now dwindled now to 4 stands and no food to get, because you have to go on another day to use your food card to get vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. So that idea was squashed. He loves the old people. Every mayor loves old people because if you get them loyal to you, they will always vote for you. They will always go in your car in the middle of the night and vote blindly for you. That first person I told you is the neighbor of Jerry. So you can always protect your neighbors. Same thing for me. I live in Semi. Always protect the people that I'm with. Right? Now, third person, oh, the old folks home is good, so therefore everything else is good. No. Senora, no. The old folks home was made before the mayor got there. Before Jerry. It was made before Jerry because Nello also cared about old people. However, they got decrepit. No one gave a crap about it. Jerry painted over it, put some things in it. And now, for any old person over 60, it's a paradise, when really it's just a room with air conditioning and some fans. People come in, he'll come in, dance with him for a couple minutes, and leave. Yes, they pay a service. They get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's the service that they pay. Not because of the mayor, because of the service that they pay. You don't go there for free. There's no free old folks home in this fucking town or any other town. What I'm saying is that this mayor, video after video after video, and I'm going to make a part 2 about this if he wins. If he doesn't win, the memory of him will be gone. I'll make a part 2 in memorandum of all the things that he did. To give you a recap, the streets are still flooded in Luquillo. There still is no trolley. There are no lifeguards. People drown. Recently, not that much, but people drown in this town once every 2 months. Once every 3 months, there are carjackings, there are thieves, there are murders. We have 3 cops here in this town. We have no municipal cops, and he wants to bring them back. History of the municipal cops, they were all, I don't know what the name is, but it's when you use, and anyone down in the comments, if you want to leave your comment below, what is it called when you are a father and then you hire your son and or daughter to do the job? Even if they're not qualified, you still hire them. That's what they did here. They got a whole bunch of municipal guys, and then they got their kids, and the municipals made up rules as they went along. They literally made up rules as they went along. Got shut down. Because after the 2014, 2018 gang wars, the drug wars, the FBI, you suck as municipal cops when there's a drug spot no less than 80 feet from your fucking station. I say again, the municipal cops used to be right next to the mayor's office. The drug point, when the FBI came and shut it down, was right behind Cello's liquor store. And municipal cops were driving around every day, not stopping these motherfuckers until the FBI came. This is what the mayor's going to waste money on. Cops that are not going to do anything, roads that are not going to get fixed, kids that have to get out of middle school and walk on the highway because the road, when it floods to 3 to 4 inches tall. But the mayor said that he's transforming the island, right? He's transforming our town, making it better. You're a fucking liar. And you think I'm stupid to forget all the things you did. I remember the day you came in. I remember the week you came in and you wasted $5,000 in Hacienda Carabalí. I say again, first week he walked in, he wasted $5,000 check in Hacienda Carabalí in Luquillo. Look it up. Make the right choice. I'm not saying not choose Jerry and choose the other guy, Julio. Julio is starting to smell like Nello all over again. He's going to come in, do this razzmatazz, and then get the fuck out and not doing anything. When I become the fucking mayor in 2032, and I'm sorry for my language, but I'm going to be passionate about my town. If you hate that I'm passionate about my town, go someplace else. But in 2032, when I become the mayor of this town, no more corruption, no more getting half-ass ideas, no more cutting corners to make myself a name. Jerry, I'm already a name without even trying on my phone. And you made a name as yourself as being the most corrupt mayor in history on the east side. That's your legacy. You made that, sir. No one else. Memories is either often told by the winner or the loser. I'm neither. I'm the guy in the background with the binoculars watching and recording it to make sure that there's an accurate history of our town. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, this will come out for free on November 4th. So please make sure you get to see that. That's going to be really crazy. And I'm going to try my best to give you as much honesty as I can on that. Again, free on November 4th. This one time. Most all videos are on Patreon exclusive only. Stay healthy. Stay happy. The mayor is a liar, and I got proof. Bye.
Yeah, still in this bitch with the same shit on from yesterday. Yeah. Only niggas that know about this is niggas that grind. Know what I'm talking about?